possessed through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, people are like, oh, how do I gonna do this? And we just got the simplest answer.
I don't know how I'm gonna get to
get
these bills paid.
Man,
get these bills.
Nigga, don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, oh man, you know, this birthday and my, like, nigga, don't celebrate birthdays. That's a simple solution, but Jake is so caught up. Hey, thank you. That's what they supposed to do.
Yeah. Offer, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the war. That's the war. Hey, a nigga in the world, they'll fucking chase down the car and probably get the shit out there. You know, shoot at him or something, man. You know, but hey, what was that? Peter said, knowing the last days it be scoffing. So we accept that, man. Thank you.
Yeah. But see, that's what, like his brother said, we using wisdom, we're not gonna go worried about these Edomites and these people and their problem. We let these people kill themselves. That's what's gonna happen. These people are through out here. You know?
Don't pay them no mind, man. That's just Satan on them, man.
Right, God.
You know, hey, we just read, put on the whole armor.
Yeah.
Stand against the wiles of the devil. Don't wrestle against flesh and blood, principalities. You know? Spiritual wickedness.
I'll say something, brother, got script.
Yeah, got it. Bring it up.
I got something real quick. 1 Corinthians 3 and 18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise.
And his world looks at us like fools for that. They have to lie. You ain't gonna clap back at that. You ain't gonna.
Personally, I wouldn't let that slide.
I wouldn't let. Why not?
Yeah.
We know what's to come.
Dude, like,
we know what the real we know Jacob's trouble is gonna fuck up these heathens as well.
We can go whoop their ass, and then what
benefit came out?
They're already dead.
They're already dead. The Most High can jack them up way worse than we could ever think about. You know?
Whoever comes out of a nigga moment.
Thank you.
You said unscathed.
Unscathed.
Right.
Like who? Like what a nigga moment or a situation happens and both parties walked away.
Yeah. Then the loser shakes the winner's hand, they walk off, and everything's.
There's no winners in a nigga moment.
They either party walks off better than they were before.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
Hand broke, jaw broke.
Shot.
Yeah, shot or something. Now you gotta worry about the men coming back, getting mad again.
Police and shit.
Yeah. Shit never ends. But the wisdom has taught us to let that little words. I don't give a fuck about them words. These words is what hurt.
Right.
I got it.
For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Yeah, that person saying fuck us, they think they're wise, you know? When they said that, man.
Yeah.
Little do they know, they go into a job and they're gonna fight to save their life in this world, and they're probably gonna take a damn CHIP. So it's like the wisdom, we see these people's destruction. This guy right there, I don't know him, but he probably gonna take the CHIP because people are gonna try to save their life in this world. That's the wisdom of this world.
The scriptures say, he that saveth his life shall lose it. He that loses his life for my sake shall save it. These people have life eternal.
These people are walking dead, like you said, bro. They just fucking zombies, waiting on a missile, waiting on a plague.
Yeah, they're done, man. Waiting on their destruction. You got more?
That was it.
It was more than that. Sirach 6.
Oh, Sirach 6. Sirach 6 and oh yeah, verse 29. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and the chains a robe of glory.
And like when we read, it said that we must step into her fetters, basically. You know, and a chain about thy neck, basically. Well, hey, the people of this world, they see it as you know, we're bowing down. Yeah. But we see it as no, Yahweh Shem Shah. Of course, you know, we're prostrating and reverencing and worshiping our powers. But at the same time, they see it as weak. We see it as strength. Because they're bowing down to Esau.
They see the bonds of this truth, and they're like, oh, you guys can't do this, and you guys can't do that. You're giving up your... Yeah, we're bound to this truth. We're bound to this wisdom. Yeah, this truth got fetters around us. You know, we're trapped. But the scripture I just read, it said, these fetters shall be a strong defense.
Proverbs 16:32.
He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city.
He that taketh the city.
Yeah.
A conqueror is better than a conqueror.
Yeah, good king don't fucking is not emotional, you know, and act out every time, another king fucking try to, try to take him, try to talk shit, take him to war and shit. You gotta plan things out, man.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta see 2 steps ahead, man. You know.
We're watching World War III play out in that way.
Yeah.
Every little reaction ain't just nuclear missiles flying off.
Everything's strategic.
Yeah.
And that's the Lord doing it though.
Yep.
You know, the Lord is playing chess, man. You understand chess. You know, you just can't act off, emotion. You gotta think. You gotta think. You know,
He
you
left
gotta.
his pawn open. Let me
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it. You know.
You gotta.
You left your king open.
Bishop
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there, ready to hit you.
You gotta, you gotta see what if they're gonna move certain ways. See how you can combat that. If he does move to that certain position, you gotta be strategic.
Verse 30. For there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are purple lace.
Yeah.
Thou shalt put her on. Thou shalt put her on as a robe of honor, and shall put her about thee as a crown of joy.
Oh. You gonna say it?
Go on, go ahead.
No. It said put her on as what did it say as honor? Bands of honor.
Bands of
Her bands are purple lace.
robe of honor, and shall put her on about thee as a crown of joy.
Hey, positive things. Because when we're constrained, like we were talking about not too long ago, how all the Sabbath is always falling on these worldly holidays and shit. But we can't go out and be amongst these people.
Right.
We can't be out there in the world dealing with it because it's the Shabbat. So we can't just be all mingling, having a pleasurable time around these people. It keeps us separate from them. And the world be like, man, you ain't gonna go out, man. It's going they be all excited and shit. Like, nah, man, it's a Sabbath. I ain't going out and being amongst them. Yeah, sound like a good time. If it wasn't a Sabbath, maybe the Most High made it that way. And this is only gonna benefit us in the long run.
Okay.
You have to see. When you have wisdom, you can see that. You don't got wisdom, you thinking like you said, oh, you ain't get to go out and be in the world. The Lord don't want us in this world.
First Peter, it says they think it's strange that you run that way.
Not
You
to
got
the
it,
same
right?
Father.
You got it. For the whole church.
Yes,
I mean, it's like you just think about it though. You being told to have self-control. You being told to do everything in moderation. You being told to be peaceful. You're being instructed to maneuver in wisdom. And the world don't have that. And then you look around while you're following those instructions, and you're seeing the world around you is corrupting. It's dangerous everywhere. People falling to every mechanism of Satan.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're still standing and still moving forward.
Still in the fight.
Because you following those instructions, using wisdom.
You can see the destruction of your own people. Like, your people that that you close to. You can see how the ways of this world have destroyed them versus the Lord having mercy upon you and giving you wisdom so it don't destroy you too.
And like for an example, people would think that it's cowardly when we say, you're not to take up arms to try to fight Esau. You're not supposed to resist the power that be because they're ordained of the Most High. So that's them basically saying that Apostle Paul, he was being cowardly by giving the Church of Rome that advice. But Yahweh Shai also said to agree with thine adversary quickly. So was that advice of cowardice or was that advice of wisdom?
Okay.
And then you look back at the history and you see what happened.
Yeah.
Those that listen to Yahweh Shai's advice, what happened?
Right.
Versus those zealots
Yep.
that didn't follow that followed their own device. What happened? Blood spilled.
Right.
But
A lot
those
of
who knew
their
what Yahweh
blood.
Shai said decades earlier,
Yep.
they went into the mountains and they
Yeah,
migrated and fled like the Lord said.
Yep.
And that's how we ended up having a concentration of Israelites down in Africa
That made it out.
and
That's
made it
still
up
here,
out of that.
keeping
They
the-
made it from that tribulation of that time. And then you had the martyrs who were persecuted. The Lord warned about all that. That's wisdom, man. The Lord said that my yoke is easy and the burden is light. You know, why put yourself under a heavier burden of the rudiments of this world? You know, you got heavier burdens dealing with the affairs of this life. That's why Apostle Paul said, exhorting Timothy, you know, to please the Lord, to be a good soldier, don't be entangled with the affairs of this life.
Right.
You know, you're not going to get yourself entangled with these things, man. It's all fleshly at the end of the day. You know, put off, cast off the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. Don't worry about the things of this world, man, because it's all going to pass away anyway. Just follow the instructions that I gave you, and I promise you, you'll make it to everlasting life. You know? Yeah, man. That's all. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay. Yeah, brother, God, appreciate it.
Read that Peter. Yeah, that First Peter, because it goes right in line with what you're talking about.
It said, "No man that warreth entangleth."
Yeah, kind. You gotta know.
So when you in,
We're talking about the armor.
we're in war. We're talking about keep putting on the whole armor of the Most High. So all you worried about is just getting through the fight.
Right.
You ain't worrying about anything else, man. You're not worrying about your woman at home. You're not worrying about your material possessions that you have. You're worrying about making it through this fight, man. And the Lord gave you the tool to be able to fight through it. You know? You put you 1 second you in war and you thinking about putting down your sword and taking off your armor because you wanna you thinking about your whatever situation you got back at home, man. That's how you get killed quickly in war. That's how you get killed quickly, man. When your mind start wandering off into some other shit that's, you know.
First time I heard that scripture too, I thought about that scene in
Dead Presidents.
Yeah. Now, I had to think about that scene when I get back. I ain't got time for that. I gotta make it. I got all my concentration I need. And there was a movie I watched in like junior high or something. I think it was The Red Badge of Courage. For y'all that remember that book and the movie or whatever. But at the end of it, there was a war going on or whatever. And this guy was like, he was an artist, so he loved to draw. So he saw a bird in the middle of the battlefield, so he puts his weapons down, and then he put his helmet down, then he starts drawing. Bop! Somebody sniped him. The moment he put his shit down, he started drawing the bird, somebody sniped him.
Wasn't on his watch.
It's the same thing in a boxing match.
Yep.
The moment you let your guard down,
You
you know, you get distracted, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna go down. You know? So
That's how Victor Ortiz got knocked out.
Yep, literally. Yep.
When he was fighting, when he had that fight with Floyd Mayweather, and he turned his motherfucker, turned his head and stopped paying attention to the fight. You know, I don't know what sidetracked him, if the ref or whoever sidetracked him, but he just like walked away.
He was trying to hug him.
He was trying to hug him.
Yeah.
He really kind of felt embarrassed.
Yeah. He headbutted because he was losing the fight. He got frustrated.
Yeah.
And then he was just he thought he was just gonna be like, all right, well maybe, you know, let me, you know.
That was a dirty move.
Not realizing like, nigga, the moment isn't finna prevent you
protect
from,
yourself at all times.
That's what, bro. Floyd took advantage, man. He was like, hey, we still in the fight. Nigga, you just lost right now.
Yeah.
And he two-pieced them and it was over with.
Yeah. I'll hug you when the ding 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 is, you know, when the war is over.
That's right. Yeah.
The Peter. You read the Peter?
Want me to get it?
Yeah. It ties right into everything we're talking about, how people will want you to be a part of what they're a part of, and they'll look at you like you're weak, but really, these fetters are strength unto you.
Because the scriptures say the chains is as a robe. Yep. You know, when you look at it, those are like two opposite spectrums. You got one that's prisoner versus one that's so-called free, you know, in royal apparel. Yep. Well, that's what the scriptures are. It is the royal apparel. because we're bounded by that wisdom.